Hello and welcome to another episode. I'm Natalie, and today I have a special guest. She does wish to remain off camera, but her name is Maria, and she is going to share with us her paranormal story. It is quite remarkable, so stay tuned. So firstly, welcome to the show, Maria.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
tell
for
us,
having me.
yeah, great to have you. I can't wait to get into this story. So tell us about your ring and necklace.
Yes, that's been a long time ago. I was a teenager and I was living in Holland at that time. And I was at the beach with a lot of friends, and I had a ring on my necklace that I was always playing with. I was always, moving it.
Moving it side to side along the chain.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And when we were at that beach at that time, I was doing the same again. I was playing with the ring. And all of a sudden, I had the ring in my hand. And I thought, oh, okay, I broke my ring or I broke the necklace. And then I had a look, but my ring was still intact and my necklace was not broken either. So, and yeah, that was a very strange thing that happened. And I've never forgot that. It was, and I still can't explain what happened. I just had the ring in my hand while it was not broken.
All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritties of this. So your chain is a real gold chain, silver
It was
chain?
silver. It was
So
a
you had a
silver
silver
chain.
chain?
Yeah, in a silver ring. Yep.
And what type of link was it? Do you remember? The chain was just a typical chain?
Typical chain. Yes.
Okay, so it's just a typical chain. Nothing wrong with the chain. No weak links. Never broken before.
No, nothing
Never broken
wrong
before.
with it. No.
And the ring, was it like a wedder ring where it's plain, or was it a ring that you could pull apart?
No,
or?
it was like a friendship's ring. Like a wedding ring. Or it was just a plain silver solid band.
Solid band. So there's no way that chain could weave through little parts of the ring and come off. It was a solid band, almost like a wedding band.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was a solid band, and like I said, I played with it a lot, but it was just suddenly I held it in my hand. And
so you're playing with it, and then all of a sudden your hands are coming away from your neck, and you're looking at the ring in your hand.
Yes.
And it's in perfect shape.
Yes.
No cracks, breaks in it.
Nothing.
And it's come off from the chain.
Yes. And I remember still how I felt that I thought, what happened here? And I still can't explain. I was shocked. I thought, how does this happen? And I still can't explain it until today. But that's exactly what happened. It just came off and without anything broken. So very...
See, I just can't believe this. So you're looking at this thinking, how did this happen? What did you do then? Did you tell your friends or what?
Yes, I did. Yeah. And obviously I would just put it back, and it never happened again. It just that one time at the beach when I was young, and it never happened again. But like I said, I still can't explain how that happened.
So you were a teenager?
Yeah.
Okay, and can I ask, leading up to that, because I'm very curious about things, especially being a hypnopsychotherapist and mindsets and all this sort of stuff, brainwave states I'm into.
Yeah.
When you were holding that ring and just always fiddling with it, going along the chain around your neck, did you become in a daydream state when you did that?
Probably. Yeah, you're drifting away. You just... that's probably a good word for it, daydreaming, because I still do it now.
Yes,
I'm doing it right now.
You are, yes.
It's just, probably. I've never really thought about that part. No, I'm not sure actually. It is, your mind just wander. I think I was just nice and relaxed there on the beach, enjoying the sun and the whole atmosphere, and
you
just
were in
relaxed.
a zone.
Yeah, probably.
You were in a zone because hypnosis, just referring to that, is an altered state of consciousness, and what it is daydream.
Yeah.
When you drive from A to B in a car, and you think, oh, I don't even remember turning. How did I get here?
Yes.
And so that's like the theta brainwave state.
Yeah.
It's sort of reflective. You're in that daydream.
Yeah.
Even though you're functioning and you're aware of things around you, you're sort of you're inhibiting, is that the word? A deeper part of your consciousness.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, okay, well, there must be something to do with that.
Yes. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Like I said, I never really could explain myself why that happened and how that happened. But yeah, you're probably right. It must be. Oh well, I don't know.
It makes you think. Well, it's a big world out there.
Yes.
It's a big universe
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
Did you question yourself after that? Did you think, who are we? How did this happen? What did you do about it? Did you start researching things?
No, I haven't really researched things. I mean, like I said, I was still quite young, but unless maybe I shouldn't have said that, or GB, I do believe that there's heaps more in the world. I can't really explain it. I'm not really somebody that can put it into words quite clearly what it is that's going on, but I do believe that there is heaps more going on than we know.
Something greater than
yes,
ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because
yes.
an experience like that, you know,
Yeah.
it would make you question who we are
Yes.
and make you question a lot of things.
Yes, it does. And I always, like I said, I feel, somebody's told me once that I do see myself, I guess, as spiritual, but it's just more, it comes as it comes, and I find it hard to find explanations for myself, but I do believe, and that's enough, I think, for me, that I just do believe in that there are more things out there than we maybe can explain, but I'm just happy to accept that that's what it is.
Yes.
And without going too deep into it.
Too deep into it.
Yes,
Fair
that's
enough.
probably,
So you just accept.
yes.
That's fine.
Yes.
Did you feel any specific emotions or energy when the ring came off, like a sense of intuition or sense of presence or something?
I did feel quite special, actually. I mean, again, it's been a while, but because I've never forgotten it, and I thought it was quite a special moment that something like that happened, even though I can't explain why. And I did had other experience later in life as well, that I think, there is more going on, and it does make me think back at that moment, that I think, it was a special moment for me, even though it never happened again.
Yes.
It is strange that happened.
So that experience made you feel special in the fact to know that you're far greater than perhaps who you think you are.
Yeah, maybe.
And that we are all far greater than who we think we are. I think there's been a lot of, over the eons, a lot of societal conditioning that has limited us in our understanding that we are limitless. You know, we're far greater. We have intuition. We have the sixth sense. We don't have just five senses.
No.
You know, because we can meet somebody and get, it's even in our language that we don't even pay attention to what we're saying, because we say things like, oh, that place gives me a bad vibe, or we say that person gives me such a great vibe. And even our voice changes, it lifts, or it goes down if it doesn't feel good, and it lifts and becomes higher in pitch if something feels great. So we intuitively do sense things, but because it's innate in us for eons, we don't even acknowledge it anymore. It's just who we are, and we're so conditioned to think we want physical proof, we want evidence, we want this and that, but we're more than that, aren't we?
Yes, we are, absolutely.
Okay, so do you think, just let's explore this in total, this event, do you think that there could be a symbolic message in the ring coming off like that?
There might be, but again, I think if it would have happened later in life, and I was probably a little bit more aware, again, I was only very young. I was a teenager. I was maybe 14, 15 years old.
Right.
So, again, I thought it was a very special moment, but a very deeper meaning at that point. Yeah, and it's only since we've been talking to you again that experience came up again. Obviously, I haven't really thought about it for a long time.
Yes.
But I have been thinking about it for a while. But I'm not sure. I know that it was a special moment, and might have meant something. But
well, you know what they say: if you've done it once before, you can do it again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What that mean?
Like
Wouldn't
I said,
that be interesting?
who knows? Yeah.
All right. If you could share some insight on this experience with others, what would it be?
It's not really, like I said, I have been experienced other things after, and that's been more important to me, I think, than this specific offend. I mean, I don't know if I told you that story about that I was in the Netherlands and that I bought myself an apartment and that I felt that there was somebody there.
Oh, please share this.
Yes.
Yes, you did. Yes, please share this story.
Yes. So that made heaps more impact. I was older, obviously, but after my divorce back in Holland, I bought myself an apartment, and I knew that the person that owned the apartment before me had passed away, because I bought the apartment from his children. But that's the only thing I knew, that he died, and that was it. And then when I moved in, and then a couple of months in that I was living there, I started strange things happening in the place.
Yes.
I mean, my TV turned on and off by itself. My heating turned on and off. The stove, the oven, there were strange things happening in the house. And again, I knew straight away, I knew straight away, that sounds a little bit, I didn't knew straight away, but I felt, there must be somebody here, because obviously TVs don't turn themselves on and off. And if it happens once, you can think, there might be an electric fault or something. But if it happens more and more, then you think, there's something going on here. So at one point I asked my neighbors, who I got to know by that time, I said, do you know what happened to the person that lived here before me? And obviously they told me that he died. Yeah, I said, I know that, but did he die by any chance in the house? And then they looked at me and said, why do you ask that? I said, well, it feels that he is still around, because strange things are happening. And they said, oh, okay. And they said, yeah, you're right, he did die in the house, because actually they found him. They were supposed, it was Christmas morning, they were supposed to catch up, and he didn't show up. So they knocked on the door, and they had a key of the house, and they actually found him, and he had died in the house. I said, okay, so that makes sense then. And then it started to become, these strange things happened more and more often. And at one point I woke up in the morning, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I saw, and it was a little bit scary, because it was an angry face I saw next to my bed, and I thought, what's going on here? And my how do you say that? I got goosebumps, and it felt like my hair was standing straight on me. Yeah.
Oh.
So, and I really felt a presence of something.
Yes.
And I actually called my sister, and I said, there's somebody in my room. And she thought that I was talking about a burglar or something. I said, no, his name was Eeks, a little bit of a strange name, but
that is a strange name.
Yeah. But I said, I feel like he is in the room here, or his spirit, obviously.
Yes.
And that really scared me. And then I thought, okay, this has to stop. And then I did actually ring a friend of mine. She was helping people to get rid of, how do you call it?
Not an exorcism.
No, but that's what you think of.
Getting rid of the spirits out of the house. Cleansing, clearing it.
Yes, and I was asking for some advice. I said, because I don't want this anymore. I feel a little bit uncomfortable now in my own home. So, and obviously she was willing to help me, but I was living near Amsterdam by then, and she was a couple of hours away. I said, well, is there anything that I can do myself? Because I thought, I'm happy to do things myself. So, and she gave me some advice, and what I did, I just wrote a few things down to X, the person that I took over his home. Obviously I lived in his home. I guess that's how he felt, I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I wrote a few things down, and I had a candle on, and I sat down at one evening, and it was quiet, and I just talked to him. I said, X, I said, I'm sorry that I live in your house. I can't remember exactly what I said.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, something along those lines. And I said, but I'm living here now, and I would appreciate it if you would move on. And I had then the song of Celine Dion, Fly. It's in French and it's English, but to the light. That people
Fly to the light.
Fly to the light.
So you played that.
Yeah, I played that at the end.
Right.
And then really after that it was fine. I did not have any trouble anymore.
Well done.
So yeah, so that made it quite.
You probably helped him as a spirit, as an energy to cross over to wherever he needed to move on.
That's how.
Maybe he was appearing because he wanted you to help him, and he knew that you could.
who knows?
Yeah,
who knows?
you obviously are talented. You know, your abilities are perhaps already developed. If you wanted to pursue this, to do mediumship, or you'd probably be very quick and good at it if you wanted
It
to.
felt very natural to me, and that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Again, I can't really explain how and what, but I just accept it as it is. And and after that, he was not around anymore. I didn't have the TVs turning on and off anymore. I didn't had any of that anymore. So I do like to believe that I helped him to move on.
Yes.
To the
And
light.
To the light.
Yes,
well
exactly.
done.
Yes.
So then after that, you had a sense of peace. The house
Yes.
felt like yours.
Yes, exactly.
And happily ever after.
Yes.
Incredible story.
Thank
Love
you.
this. Thank you for coming today and sharing your stories with us.
You're welcome. It was nice talking to you.
If you have any other stories, come back and share more.
I will. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie.